Yeah, and we are live.
And
as always,
we're live.
We're live.
Hey guys, hey everyone on YouTube, on Facebook. Good to have you guys back on today's episode with myself and
Paddy McGill. How you doing, everyone? Happy 2019. Didn't join us yesterday. Hope you're having a great start to the new year. And we've got the one and only Stephanie Liu. How are you doing, mate? Thank you so much for coming and joining us on this live stream. And you are the queen of live streaming. So we are in awe of your presence today. And we want to learn everything about it. And I know that you're using it as a great way to grow your online course business and your brand.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's my claim to fame. It's the fastest and easiest ways. If you guys are looking to, build that know, like, and trust factor with your audience, it's the best way to get yourself out there. You could leverage advertising, all that good stuff. I mean, seriously, if you have any questions about live streaming, like this is it. Like, this is it. Whatever you're doing, like, stop whatever you're doing because you have my attention.
That's right. That's right. Close all the tabs right now.
All the tabs. Keep this one open.
Yeah, exactly. So first, we'd love to know where everyone's from. We always want to know that. And where you guys are joining us from. I see Rebecca on Facebook. Good to have you, Rebecca. And let us know where you're from, what you guys are teaching online or plan to teach online this year, if you guys are just getting that off the ground. And any questions about live streaming. We've got Stephanie here. So we're going to dive into it. So Stephanie, first, let people know who you are, your background, and what you do.
Of course. Well, hey, everyone. My name is Stephanie Liu, and I'm the creator of Captivate on Command, where I teach entrepreneurs on how to be charismatic leaders. That way they can increase their influence, impact, and their income. I'm also the host of Lights, Camera, Live, which is a Facebook live show that teaches you how to take your business from unknown to unforgettable by using social media and, of course, live video. I'm also based in San Diego. So if you guys are coming out to San Diego for Social Media Marketing World, I will be there. I'll be speaking for the very first time. I have a boutique social media agency as well. So honestly, you guys, I've been in the advertising world for like the last decade and a half. If you have questions about live streaming and social media, like by all means, like hit me up. You got the comments. Rob and Patty, they cornered me. They got me.
Yeah, that's
right. Working this one for a long time.
That's right. I want to say what's up to Mike as well. Hey, Mike, I know you know Stephanie really well. Good to have you here. Mike is from St. Louis with Agora Pulse as well and teaches blogging. So good to have you, Mike. I see Chris there as well. Hey, Chris, good friend of Thinkific, uses Thinkific for his courses. We'll see you at Social Media Marketing World as well. Actually, both Mike and Chris. So it's going to be a big party there.
So we've got a few other people, and we've got Emmanuel Smith who's just joined us.
Hey,
Emmanuel,
what's up, man?
mate?
Good to have you.
Hope you're doing well. And we've got Rebecca. Rebecca, no exaggeration, was here every single live stream from the start to the end of 2018, right. and you've kept that habit up. You join us every single time. So welcome. Happy 2019 to you. That's right.
And Marlene's asking when and where is Social Media Marketing? That's in San Diego. We'll drop a link. We'll be down there. So if you guys are going down, let us know. We'll see you down there. Awesome. Stephanie, so I want to ask you first, live streaming, live videos. I know you're doing it really well. So tell us, how that can be, used for even let's just like, it can be used for all aspects of, creating your course, marketing your course and all that. But maybe in the beginning stages, like how can you use live streaming, like when you're just building your course?
I love that. That was like the mother lode of all questions, Bob. You're just like, all right, cool, you guys. So honestly, if you're going to be launching your course, right? Like I'm going to be launching mine in February. It's going to be a new mastermind. And in order to get people buzzing about it and super interested about it, I have a weekly live show called Lights, Camera, Live. And what's really great is that I could create a series of live streams of the top 10 frequently asked questions about the business or the product or the service that I offer, right? So if you're thinking about your course, what are the top 10 frequently asked questions that you get about it, right? Write all of those down, right? Also, the top 10 should ask questions that people should be asking about your course that they don't know about. And by the time you're done with that, literally, if you go live every single week covering each one of those questions, you're now building that know, like, and trust factor with your audience. Let's also, keep in mind the fact that whoever watches your live videos, right, you could retarget them later down the line when you're ready to launch your course. So you're not just targeting a cold audience, you're actually targeting people that have been following you, like Rebecca, who's absolutely amazing, right? Like she's been subscribing to the whole entire Thinkific series this whole entire time. That's building that know, like, and trust factor right there. And you know, like if Thinkific comes out with something, she's probably like the first one to jump on it. So yay.
Awesome. You mentioned retargeting, so maybe touch on that a bit. So how would somebody retarget somebody to watch the video, for example?
Sure. Okay, so if you're going live on Facebook, right, you could go through your Facebook ads manager, or if you have someone that does ads for you, you could create a custom audience. Create a custom audience of people that watched your live streams, that it actually engaged with your content that's related to your course. Because at that point, you know that they're really interested in what it is that you have to say. You know, they're tuning in, they're stopping what they're doing to figure out, okay, what does Rob and Patty have to say? What can I pick up from them? And then if you notice, you know, that they're watching all the time, then you could go ahead and retarget them and say, hey, my course is now live. Go ahead and like click this link and purchase. So it makes it a lot easier than trying to target a cold audience.
Awesome.
Yeah,
awesome.
It's definitely it's a great way, like you said, to build that trust and likability factor with your audience. And you know, we've definitely seen that work. Certainly for us, even with the live streams that we've been doing. Was it since November, middle of November now? Yeah, and it's really taken off. And like, you know, and certainly Rob's the face of definitely the face of Thinkific and our social media team. So he's also getting like a lot more like inbound opportunities saying that, hey, we'd love to have you on, come and do a live stream with us. So it definitely helps accelerate things. So I want people to know that you don't get disheartened if you're starting off, you're not getting like tons of views and tons of lives. Like it's a snowball effect, right? You need to keep pushing that snowball and keep building up the snow around it.
Yeah, exactly. Actually, I'm actually really curious. Anyone that's watching on YouTube and Facebook, who here has a live show or does live streams on a regular basis, or who's thinking of starting live streams or live videos in 2019? Really curious to know who's doing that right now. I know I'm pretty sure Chris is doing that, Chris Strub. But yeah, anyone else doing lives, let us know. Yeah, Stephanie, how would somebody get started? So if I guess first of all, what channel would they start on? Is the question.
That's actually a really good question. I would start off on the channel where you know your audience is hanging out, right? Like for me, I could go live on Facebook, and I know that of all the people that I've ever connected with over the years in advertising and ad clubs and social media groups, I know that they're going to go ahead and tune in, right? And I know that I could go ahead and leverage Facebook advertising as well, which makes that live streaming over there such a powerhouse for me. I did go live on YouTube probably like a couple weeks ago. I had like one viewer, right? So, and so it's one of those things where it's like, okay, well, I'd rather just focus my efforts on Facebook and then work my way up on YouTube. And I'm using Restream, which I think you guys are using Restream these days too. Yeah, to be everywhere. And so that's what I'm working on, as well as, I've had so much traction on Facebook that now I'm going to leverage Restream and just basically have my live show go on, Facebook, on YouTube. You can even go on Periscope. There's like all these other live streaming platforms that most people don't even know about, like even Twitch, right? To grow your audience. And yeah, there's so much that you could do. Like definitely expand your horizons. Like don't only think about Facebook. Definitely go live there. Go live on your other channels. Figure out how you could put your viewers in a funnel and just really help them. That way, when it's time to launch your course, they're going to be really engaged with you.
Yeah, that's exactly right. And Mitch Wilson actually just chimed in here and said Restream was an absolute game changer for him. He was doing his live streams. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what we would do.
I agree.
Without it.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, basically, you do live once, and then it's all on all your different channels. So, like right now, we're using Restream for YouTube and Facebook Live. We started with Facebook Live. Yeah. And then we're like, hey, why aren't we just taking this same effort and then getting more exposure on our YouTube channel as well? So, yeah.
And the other thing is too, is that if you guys are podcasters, right? There's nothing wrong with actually taking your live stream and pulling the audio and then turning that into a podcast, right? Because sometimes just the bandwidth of downloading a video and watching it on your mobile device might, take up a lot of time. But if you have it where you're plugged into their earbuds, right? And you go with them wherever they are in the car, when they're going to the grocery store, all of that good stuff, they could still build that relationship with you. So think about all the different ways that you could repurpose your live streams.
Totally. And then going one step further, if you take the podcast or the audio, and then I know Mike from Agorapulse, from Blogging Brew, he'll have is then to take that and turn that into a blog post.
Yeah.
Yes.
Downloadable guide. There's And you know, Zoom as well. Zoom will split if you use Zoom as like just what we're doing now, we're using Zoom as a way to like obviously broadcast it. It's the broadcasting tool as such. It lets you break up the video, and then it also gives you an audio file as well. And then you can take the audio file and put it into like rev.com or something like that and get it transcribed.
Exactly.
For next
You guys are pros. Look at you. Yeah.
So all right, so we'll talk. So that's course creation. Now, actual marketing. So how do you use, some of the things you're doing out there with live streaming? What are some of the things that people are doing to then market and grow their audience and get their course out there?
Rob, you always kill me. Why you always give me like the 10 questions in one paragraph?
I like a paragraph question.
Okay, well, I'll tell you some cool things that people are doing with live streaming in general. So let's say you already have courses that you've already created on Thinkific, right? Well, if you were on Facebook, you could go ahead and create a product catalog, which means you could link to actual things that you're selling right now. So I have things that link to my kit.com, which is like all of my live streaming gear. I have a course that I have that's specific about like OBS Studio or for Ecamm, right? When you actually go live or when you schedule it, you could actually tag a product. So I could tag my kit.com, I could tag my course, and guess what? When you share your live stream into groups, that little product catalog shows up at the bottom of your stream. I can't tell you how much like affiliates I get just from that.
Yeah.
Right.
I bet.
Because if I'm talking about group funnels, people are like, oh, she just mentioned group funnels. I saw the logo at the bottom. I'm going to click on that. Oh, it costs this much. Boom, they bought. So it's cool because with live streaming, people, if you're really dropping knowledge like this one, right? Hey, if you know anyone that's interested in live streaming, right, tag them in the comments, share it into a group. Like that's really going to help you grow and expand your revenue outside of just your courses. So you can do affiliate links too. So that's one thing that's really cool. You guys are like, oh, my
background's affiliate marketing, so like instantly I was like, wow, like that is like
that's genius.
That's amazing.
I mean, it was one of those things where I was listening to like, I think it was like Sean Cannell or Roberto Blake where they were talking about affiliate marketing. And I just created this spreadsheet and I said, oh, you know what? I'm an affiliate for Agora Pulse for this and yada, yada, yada. And then I just put it on a spreadsheet, uploaded that into my Facebook product catalog. And then if it relates, right, if it relates to the actual live stream, then I'll go ahead and tag that product in there. And anytime it gets shared, people now see it.
So smart. I'm honestly, I'm so blown away. Like, wow. I really want to try it.
Awesome.
I really want us to try it. I really want to.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I would love to get. Do you know what now? I'm like, I feel I've already got this like big plan in my head
all the hearts
now.
for that, for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Well, okay, like think about it, Patty. Like anytime you guys could go back to your previous live streams, and if you created a product link for a free trial to Thinkific, right? And it's just chilling at the bottom of your live streams. That's brilliant. Just get after that.
Yes. Definitely. Like right after this.
Yeah, literally. Like the rest of my day is cancelled.
No, that's great. That's great. No, I love that. Okay, let's talk about equipment because I know you can go like really crazy with equipment on live streams. So somebody starting out and maybe somebody that's doing this for a while. What's some of the equipment that you use?
Oh my goodness. Okay. So when I first started out, you guys, I did go live on my desktop, and I went live on my desktop because I wanted to have a branded show. Not knocking anyone else that goes live on their mobile device because it makes it super easy, right? Like it's super easy. There's a lot of cool things that you can do on it. But I just knew that if I wanted to go live, I wanted to stand out from the sea of sameness, right? Like I wanted people to like slow the scroll and straight up be like, hold up, what is this? This is completely new. So I started going live on my desktop. I used OBS Studio, which kind of has like a learning curve to it. But it was cool because I could brand it. Like imagine having, right? I want you to think about your show. So imagine having your logo at the bottom left. Think about like an intro video, an outro video. If you're showing a product or a service, maybe you have some B-roll footage that you want to drop in there. That's what you could do if you wanted to step up your game a little bit. Right? By using like a third-party platform like Ecamm, or you could even use Belived. I think you can even do that on Zoom, honestly.
Yeah. I think Belived, we've definitely used Belived before, and it worked out. It did work out pretty well for the titles and the names and stuff like that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So I mean, if you want to go above and beyond, then definitely go ahead and give that a shot. You can use third-party tools. You know, when I was at Facebook F8 last year, they were teasing their Facebook Live Producer, which is like a built-in web-based platform where you could create scenes and you could do your transitions and whatnot. But they haven't publicly released it. And I'll tell you, you guys, like it straight up looks like OBS.
Really?
Yeah.
Check that out.
Yeah, it looks like OBS and it's, you know, it's free, but it's pretty cool because you could do like the split screens and all that stuff. So I just don't know when they're going to actually announce it. So that's one way. But if you guys do want to go live on your mobile device, you totally could do that too. You know, just be smart about it. You know, have a tripod, have an external mic, have your lighting, right? Or just like be in front of a window and then you're good to go.
Awesome.
Yeah, natural light's the best way. I mean, we're definitely a bit overexposed today, but
you don't even know. You don't even know. Like,
we actually just naturally glow. It's all good.
Yeah, exactly.
You glow.
No, that's great. That's great. I think you can go crazy with equipment. When we started this, we actually did this with Eric Su from Single Grain out in LA, and he just did this. He's like, hey guys, let's just go live on our mobile phone, and that's how we did it. And so that's what we used.
Doing that, weren't we? We're like, hey Eric.
So you can do this. And Stephanie, maybe talk about what channels you can do this, because I think some people think that you can maybe only go live on your personal channel. Right now we're live on Thinkific's channel, so a business page. So
yeah, okay. So you could, I mean, I would usually push like course creators to go live on your business page, because that's where you're going to be able to take advantage of the Facebook advertising piece of it. But what's really cool is that, okay, this is actually something new. I haven't told anyone this, but you guys are going to get this new thing from me. So I would actually go live on my page. And then when it was done, I would go into my Facebook group and I would create a watch party. So it was kind of like a replay, but I was still there in the background. And then people would still tune in and I could engage with them in real time. And the reason why I did that is because even after a live show, even though I've been like talking for like 45 minutes straight, I still want to hear like what was said, what were some highlights, because then I could turn those into 1-minute clips. And I figured if I'm already going to be sitting here for an additional hour just to listen to the playback, I might as well make a watch party. So I'm like a part of a bunch of different groups, right?
So we just like, the camera was off. We just like fist bumped.
Yeah. So you take advantage of the watch parties, right? And PS, by the way, like if you guys, you know, again, if you're doing like the top 10 FAQs as you lead up to your course, freaking make like a watch party. Just be like, okay, here's episode 1, 2, 3, right? And then you have like this whole countdown for when your course is about to drop, right? And then you can answer all of those questions. That's the fun part. Yeah, definitely go live on your page. That'll be helpful, because if you actually even share, right? You share that live stream into a group. Like let's say I have a product that will really, really help entrepreneurs. Well, did you know that there is a Pat Flynn Facebook group for super entrepreneurs? Well, if that's my target audience, why not just share that live video into that group? And I know that that's my whole entire audience. I just need 3 seconds. I just need them to watch that video for 3 seconds and I could go ahead and retarget them, right? Now, I'm not saying go and like spam Pat Flynn's group. I'm saying like look for groups where you could actually find your target audiences and start leveraging them. That's right. You know, one of my first courses was about OBS Studio, and I kind of crashed a group. Like it was about live streaming, and she invited me to teach her group on how to use OBS Studio. And I wasn't, you know, I didn't own the group, but she invited me and I knew how to go live in her group. And by the end of that broadcast, I had like 10 people that wanted to sign up for my course. So those are a couple of hints, right? Take your live stream and share it into groups that have your target audiences, or reach out to group admins and say, hey, I have some valuable information that I am willing to share with your audience, and your audience will find value in your group because you're inviting other people and experts to help them level up their business, right? So those are like some hacks.
That's amazing. That's so smart. I mean, I've seen the watch parties. We haven't done those yet. If anyone's doing the watch parties, let us know. We'd love to hear how that's working out for you guys. But yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome. What do you suggest for the watch parties? Like, do you suggest doing them right away? Is there a specific time that you do them? How do you position that inside a group?
I just started testing it out.
Okay.
So I don't really have like a big strategy behind it, but I was surprised. Like I just said, okay, watch party. And then boom, like 10 new people had joined because they missed it originally. And I was like, okay, well, that's cool because now I'm still getting those 3-second views. If I wanted to go ahead and repurpose it, I could, right?
Awesome. Yeah. That's great. That's great.
Amazing.
Awesome.
I'm reading the
we're
comments.
definitely going to do that. Yeah.
100%.
Yeah. Chris is asking, actually a really good question.
Yeah.
I saw this as well. Chris says, I've only done a few watch parties, but they actually tend to work out really, really well. He says he loved your work at the, I think it's San Diego Auto Show.
Yeah.
Any tips on using live video at a remote location?
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Oh my God, that's so much fun. Okay. So I've done.
You probably do lives at social media.
Yeah, we're gonna be. Yeah, we're just gonna have like some sort of like GoPro attached to our chest. We're just like live streaming 24.
I actually got that for Christmas. Yeah. Okay. So if you have a live view solo unit, I don't know if you guys have heard this or if you've heard of them before, but it takes like the different like 2 Wi-Fis and it'll bond them into like one super Wi-Fi, right? Which will give you a stronger connection for you to go ahead and live stream from. Because let's face it, if you're at social media marketing world, right? Rob, Patty, like everyone is on their freaking phones. Everyone's on the Wi-Fi. So you want to have like, the Optimus Prime of Wi-Fi. Like you want like the mother load. You want like that Wi-Fi. You like the freaking transformer of Wi-Fi's, right? So live solo you. That's a cool thing to definitely check out. If you do have an Ethernet cable at an event, definitely go for that because that's going to be super helpful. Usually when I'm at events for clients, I'll ask for a dedicated Ethernet cable. I'll kick off anyone else that's using it. That way I just have like a solid live stream. I've done this for clients like at the San Diego Auto Show, at like the Peacemaker Awards, and it helps out a lot. And I love that Chris asked this question because he does some really amazing work in St. Louis, like charity, nonprofits, and he does some amazing live streaming like on the go.
Yeah, no, that's great. It's a good question. Thanks, Chris. And I actually don't actually know where Chris lives because every time he goes live, he's like at a different airport every single day. So I don't know if I'm the only one, but
I'll have to ask him.
No, that's great. So Steph, that's gosolo.tv. Is that the tool that you were recommending?
Live View Solo.
Live View Solo. Okay, we'll look it up. And share it into the comments there. Awesome. Let's see. I'm just going to read the comments here because there's some really good questions. Mike says, this is why Stephanie Liu is so legit. She's so smart. Chris says, #super hack. I think he was referring to the hack that you were sharing there earlier.
The Optimus Prime of Wi-Fi.
Yeah, that's right.
That's like their new tagline.
Yeah. Barbara's saying that you can also use chatbots to remind people that you are going live.
Yes. And okay, so here's what I do with that. So like I'm going live at 2:00 today. And I set my Facebook chatbot to send out the reminders at 1:59 because as soon as they see it, if they hit join live, once they tune in live, what happens is that the Facebook algorithm will say like, oh crap, like Stephanie has all of these live viewers. I should go ahead and push this out some more. So it's nice because then you're going live and you're not going live to an empty audience. You have people that are already waiting and buzzing and excited to engage with you. So that's what I usually do. I try to have my bot go out like at 1:59, like a minute before I start. Yeah.
Gotcha. Awesome. That's a good tip. Ariel's asking, does Restream work on mobile yet?
It depends, right? So you could use something like Switcher Go, right? Like Switcher Studio, Ariel. Switcher Studio gives you the custom RTMP that you could go ahead and plug in. So you go ahead and take the Restream custom RTMP, you plug that into Switcher Go, and then you could go live on your mobile, and then you're live on Facebook, YouTube, Periscope, wherever the heck it is that you want to go. So yes, you can.
There you go. I'll drop a link in there for the Switcher. There you go. Okay, awesome. Great. I'm just trying to answer some questions here. Let's see here.
You guys know you guys have a
great hack using the chatbot 1 minute before. That's awesome. Great. Awesome. Okay.
Lots of comments.
Lots of comments. I'm just trying to scroll through them. Mitch Wilson says Stephanie's a rock star. That's great.
Let's go back to one.
Yeah. Stephanie, how often do you go live?
Oh my God. Okay. This is the funniest part. Okay. I've literally been live streaming for the past 2 years. I am on like episode 53, which means I usually go live twice a month, but I'm not consistent. But here's the crazy thing is that every time I'm done live streaming, I legit get a new client. Legit. And so then I'm like, I don't have to worry about anything else. I don't have to worry about like what to post on LinkedIn or Instagram and all that stuff, because I know that as soon as I go live, boom, a new client is going to come on. So I honestly go live like twice a month because I live in San Diego, you guys. I got like sunshine, I got beaches, I got family, I got stuff to do.
Distractions.
Yeah.
Oh, I love San Diego. What a beautiful place.
Distractions. Chris is asking, Rob, do you guys offer exclusive live stream content for your course students?
We don't. Yeah, we don't. But we could.
I mean, we have training, but they're not. Yeah, so that's a good question, Chris. Yeah, they're not live, but they are training. So exclusive training that we usually offer.
Yeah, and if you Chris, if you'd like, we're happy to. Rob and I be happy to jump into your like Stephanie was saying, jump into your Facebook group. I provide either some live stream training on the Thinkific platform, or we can talk more generally about course creation concepts as well. We've got like a really successful blueprint webinar that we always host with our partners. So yeah, we're happy to do something for you there, mate.
That's great. But yeah, going back to that though, Stephanie, one new client every time you go live.
Wow.
Dude, seriously,
that's crazy.
I'm not even BSing you. It's seriously because they're like, okay, when you're dropping a lot of value, people are like, okay, I like her personality. I like what she's saying. She's confident, right? The second you go live, your prospective clients, your prospective students are like, this person is confident in knowing what they're saying, so I want to work with them. And that came to the point where I was like, I don't need to go live more than, twice a month, right? I go live more than twice a month if I feel like geeking out, right? Like if I get like a new GoPro, right? I'm like, thank you, GoPro. So I got like a new GoPro. I will geek out and I'll do that. But from a client perspective, twice a month and I'm good to go. Oh, can I give you like another like favorite thing that I love to do?
Yes, 100%.
Okay, seriously. I've obviously had my coffee. I was like prepping for this. Listen, if you guys are interested in speaking at conferences or speaking at events, get your best live stream, right? Get your best live stream that has like all the likes, all the comments, all the shares. Then create a Facebook ad that targets event organizers, people that actually hire speakers, right? Because then all of a sudden they're like, oh, wait a second. I keep seeing Stephanie in my Facebook feed and she's got all these comments. I think she'd be a really great fit for my conference. And it's like, boom, your phone rings.
That's right.
Can you speak at my conference? Like that is legit how I got to speak at, where was I? Cayman Islands. Like the Cayman Islands.
Live streams. It's all about
live streams. And like, seriously, because they'll notice like who you are as a person. Can you engage? Can you make their audience feel super excited? And I don't know. Yeah. I could geek out with you guys like forever.
Yeah. No, that's so smart. And organizers are always looking for speakers, right? They're looking for, and this is just an easy way for them. You're making their life really easy by like, hey, this is me. Here's my audience. This is my content.
Wow. So it's just, I like
smart.
Blown away. Smart. Like this is a great start to 2019.
Oh yeah. You guys are going to be so badass in 2019. Like I'm just laying it all out.
That's awesome. Pat's loving that. Oh, Chris is asking, what conferences will you be in this year, Steph?
Oh, fun. Okay. Thank you, Chris. Social Media Marketing World. It'll be my first time, my debut at Social Media Marketing World. So that's going to be a ton of fun. And then I'm going to be in St. Louis for the Midwest Digital Marketing Conference. So, hey, that'll be fun. That'll be amazing. Awesome. Rumor has it I might be in Australia. So we'll see if that happens in the summer.
Nice. That all sounds good. Literally last year. So I met Steph last year at Thinkific dinner at Social Media Marketing World, and she was like, "Hey, next year I'm going to speak at this conference." And here we are.
Yeah, I was like, maybe I'll speak at this. No, I'm just kidding. Exactly. It's an honor. It's an honor.
Here you go. No, that's awesome. Yeah. I'm so happy for you. Chris, another good question. Chris is just all these good questions. What is 360 Marketing Squad? Tell us a little bit about that. I know Mike's here too, so
okay. Listen, you guys. So obviously, if you're interested in live streaming, I've got that covered. But if you're also interested in Instagram, I've got my girl Jen Herman. And if you love Facebook chatbots, I've got my girl Amanda Robinson. And if you love blogging and content marketing, I've got Mike Alton. You get all four of us for the price of one, which is like $5 a month in our monthly membership group. It's crazy to say that. I'm like, people don't believe that. But it's true. It's a mastermind where you could go ahead and get free training. Each one of us shares our knowledge about our specialties. So if you want to learn more about live streaming, you could hang out with me over there. There's just so much. Like you got to
That's
surround
awesome.
yourself by like cool people. So in 360
Yeah.
Marketing Squad is definitely the place to be.
That's awesome. Yeah, we're gonna drop a link to the Facebook group. Is that the best place to go if anyone wants to find out more information about that?
Head on over to 360marketingsquad.com. So 360marketingsquad.com, and then you'll find us. Yeah.
Awesome.
Amazing.
Okay, we'll share that with you guys there. So tell us, what actually happens inside the group then?
Ooh, okay. So Amanda,
what's the format?
Yeah. Well, the format is really, we have once a month training by at least one of us, right? So Mike has already done something, like he actually shared like his blogging calendar book. Like he laid it all out. He's like, every time Blogging Brute drops like a new blog post, this is everything that he does. And he shows you step by step exactly on how to do it. He'll also hold you accountable for it. Jen, she did a whole Instagram, like knowledge bombs left and right about how you could leverage the algorithm changes, what's happening, how you could do some live streaming stuff. Amanda just shared everything in terms about chatbots, right? Like she even knows Facebook ads managers. So if that's like something that you guys are struggling with, like she's your go-to gal. She did something really cool where she also has these chatbot templates in ManyChat. And she just gives you a copy of it. I was like, what? That's insane. Like, you don't even have to build it. Like, she'll build it for you. Wow. And then she's like, copy, paste, here you go. And I was like, oh, Merry Christmas. And then me, I'm actually going to be going live this month, and I'll be teaching how, I'm debating if it's going to be about live streaming or if it's how to create videos on your mobile phone. So like how to use a gimbal, how to edit on the go, because that's everything that I did at the San Diego Auto Show.
Cool. Awesome. So yeah, go check that out, guys. 360marketingsquad.com. That's an amazing offer there, and also just like an amazing group of people to learn from. I want to ask you about creating content. So somebody that's just starting out, thinking about live streams, or they're doing it now, how do you continue to come up with topics to talk about?
Oh, well, okay. So kind of like in this episode, like right now, you and I are talking about one thing, but then sometimes there might be like a little knowledge bomb that just dropped, and someone's like, wait, I want to learn more about that. And as soon as they leave that comment, as soon as they ask that question, that gives me the leeway to say like, okay, cool. Next episode, I'm going to go ahead and cover that because I know people are interested. Mm-hmm. So use those comments as fodder to come up with new content ideas, because you never know like what someone's going to ask. You could kind of go off of like what people are emailing you or sending to your inbox and all that good stuff. But the comment section is really where I could just be like, okay, cool. Rob, thank you so much for this question. In fact, I'll go ahead and answer this into the next live stream, right? And then when I schedule that next live stream, Rob, I will literally go back to your comment and be like, P.S. by the way, here's the link to the new scheduled broadcast. Because the more I comment on that old live stream, it's going to keep popping up in their news feed. It's going to keep popping up their notifications. I'm still going to get notifications from it. And I'm basically leapfrogging into the next episode. Does that make sense?
Yeah, makes total sense. Yeah, that's great. That's great. I'm just like, we're going to rewind, and then we'll write that down and make that happen.
Well, we've got a couple of questions that are coming
actually. Yeah.
These are YouTube now.
This is for the YouTube side. So everyone on YouTube, thank you so much for joining us. Happy 2019 to you. So Sweet Nadine asks, question, if you're a speaker or an expert, which is a better option, building a Facebook page with your own name for branding, or create another page with your blog name?
I would say as a speaker, show off your personality, like, because people really want to work with human beings, right? I get this all the time because people are like, should I put a logo or should I put my face? Literally, put your face. Right? Because people want to know you. People want to do business with you. They want to hand their money to someone else that they actually know, not a logo.
There you go.
Hopefully that helps.
Yeah, hopefully that helps.
Definitely.
Sweet Nadine's also asking, what about recording a video and then using tools like Hootsuite or SendLab or Agora to post it as live on Facebook, YouTube, etc.?
If you do that, well, okay, so
it won't show up live, will it?
Yeah, it won't show up live. But if you wanted to, like, let's say use Ecamm, right? And then say, hey, everyone, this is a new episode. I'm actually just going to go ahead and show you an episode that I just did. Like, you just have to pre-frame it and say, this is pre-recorded video, right? And then you won't get in trouble by Facebook. If you wanted to do something really cool with your pre-recorded videos, you could actually go ahead and premiere them. And you guys have this on YouTube too, right? You could premiere a video on Facebook and on YouTube. And so for a client of ours, like, this is literally like our content schedule. So every Monday, we would premiere a new video. So then people are like, oh, it's like MTV back in the days when they were dropping like the world premiere, like Britney Spears, whatever, right?
Yeah.
Like people would want to tune in because you could still engage in real time. You could leave comments, you could get a reminder. So we would do a premiere every Monday, and then it would lead up to the live show the very last Monday.
Gotcha.
So we were still getting that engagement that way. So if you're going to do pre-recorded video, definitely take advantage of the premiere functionality, because I think you'll definitely get a lot of legs from that.
Gotcha. Okay, so then you would still then just just monitor it once it actually goes premiere.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. So then you can engage. Got it.
Yep.
Okay, awesome. Got a question. One last question here from YouTube. Brand Busy saying, is Facebook groups the best place to put together a community or building an audience? It's a little bit outside of the live streaming, but we'll answer that anyway.
Yeah.
What's your thoughts on community?
Again, it really depends on your audience, right? For Lights Camera Live, Facebook is definitely the place to be because that's where they're already hanging out. So it's good. I've seen other people actually create communities off of Facebook because they don't want their students to be distracted by other stuff. Like they actually want them to finish the mini task or the mini homework that's associated with the course. So it's your call, really. I think there's like this new, you might have seen it. There's like a Facebook ad where it's like, build your own community, like build your own app. It's called like Mighty Networks or something.
Mighty Networks.
Yeah. But you could do that. You could give that a shot. Just do what your audience is. Like, let's say for 360, right? For 360, we were originally going to put all of our content onto the website and then you had to log in and put in your password, and people are like, no, I don't feel like doing that. Like, I just want to get it in the Facebook group, which you have the units functionality, right? So you could have units and like lecture 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then people can go ahead and leave comments. So it really depends on your audience. It also depends on you, right? And your workflow, because I don't know how Mighty Networks is going to send you notifications.
Yeah. It's a bit of you got to just ask your audience and see where they're at. And I think like Facebook groups, there's also Slack. We've seen like groups, like communities built on WhatsApp. So,
well, aren't you doing were you going to do like Voxer or something?
Voxer, yeah, like that's, and I think depending on the area too, like depending on like what country or, some tools and communities are a little bit more adapted. Like,
just got to find the one that's just got to find where those people are and go there. As long as obviously, and you're comfortable posting, comfortable going live. But I think, Facebook anyways, like there's 2 billion people using it. Like you're bound to find a community that is in tune with what you're doing or selling or consulting on.
Yeah. And then you can also tier it. So like some people I've seen they have a Facebook group for like they're just everyone, and then they'll have like
a paid group,
like an upsell to like a Slack group for paying members or things like that.
Definitely.
So
yeah,
hopefully that answers your question. It's a bit of like really what's best for your audience. Awesome, great. Okay, where can people find you? Where can people learn more from you? Where can they connect with you on?
Everywhere. Everywhere on social. I was like, oh my god. Lightscameralive.com is the website. That's where you could get all of the content. If you wanted to hang out with me and geek out with me, join the Facebook group, the Social Media Strategist Facebook group, because that's usually where I'm doing like freebies, giveaways, and free training. That's where I'm like usually testing stuff for the first time, and then you get sneak peeks.
Nice. That's
awesome.
The way to do it.
Awesome. Well, we're looking forward to seeing you in San Diego. And if anyone else has any questions, if you guys are watching this on the replay, drop your questions in. Me and Patty will monitor and check it out and answer any questions, and then we'll tag Stephanie if there's something that we probably shouldn't answer. Sounds good?
Yep.
Awesome. Thanks, everyone. Thanks, Mike, Chris, Rebecca, everybody that's on Facebook and on YouTube.
Thank you so much, everyone.
And Stephanie, thank you so much. Always a pleasure having you on.
It's always fun hanging out with you guys. Thanks for letting me geek out. Yay.
Welcome. Anytime. Thanks, Stephanie.
Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.
Bye.